Welcome back. It's time to talk about home gardening. Our expert Sally Cunnigham is here to join us. Good morning.
Hello, and I'm sorry I ran a little late today,
Okay.
but I'm here. And I want to tell you that part of being a gardener is going to flower shows. It's one of the ways that people do their garden learning, and it's also for just people who aren't necessarily gardeners, it's a way to experience spring in early March when we most need it. So I'm going to mention, look at this little chart of some of the flower shows coming up in our region. We have the Philadelphia Flower Show, March 6th to 13th, and that one, by the way, I have a bus group that I'm going with, and you could still get tickets on that, I think, and you can look that up on the Channel 4 website. But after that show comes up Canada Blooms, March 15th, and that's the same weekend as Gardenscape in Rochester. Now, all of these shows, there's classes, there's a way to learn about gardening, seeing the displays, pre-forced plants, and garden shopping isn't a bad thing. And the last in that series is our own Plantasia, put on by the Western New York Nursery and Landscape Association, and that's March 24th to 27th, right here in Hamburg. So think about that as part of your gardening experience, to go to some flower show sometime. I think it'll be an eye-opener if you haven't done it before.
It kind of preps people for the spring, even though we're in the dead of winter right now, but it gets people ready.
In the mood. It just makes my heart pitter-patter.
Those people involved in the flower world have the most colorful life, I feel.
That's right, you sure do.
Okay, we have our first caller on the phone. Ed, what's your question?
Yes, Sally, I bought my sister a amaryllis bulb for beginning of November, and it hasn't sent out a flower bud yet. Is it going to?
I have one like that too, and there is such a thing as a dead bulb, but most of the time, if you're seeing a peak of green, I just think it needs to see more light and get a little more warmth. So give it slowly some warm water. Don't saturate it. And I think we just have to be patient. I knew another bulb recently that 3 weeks ago finally started to poke up. So I don't think you have a dead bulb. Good luck.
Okay, next question. It comes from Sandy. What's your question?
Hi, Sally. My question is about a spider plant. We got a spider plant as a sprout, and it's fairly big now, but it produced one baby, and I was wondering how I can get it to produce some more babies.
Well, spider plants are prolific, so don't worry, it will happen. It may be time to start fertilizing it if you haven't. If you do start to fertilize, it'll start to make more shoots, and as the light comes on, it's nature's signal for many plants to start getting going again. So go with it. You'll have too many spider plants pretty soon.
All right, next caller is Jane. What's your question? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm calling about a fern that I've had a couple of years. This year, it is sending out shoots that just keep going 5 feet, 4 feet long, and without any of the ferny bits. Is there something I'm doing wrong? It was outside in the summer, and then I brought it back in.
I suspect it's reacting to the change of drastic light differences and probably drastic humidity differences. So I strongly suggest that you get some kind of a grow light or a fluorescent light, put it closer to more light or your bright southern window, and also add humidity into the environment. I'd cut off any shoots that aren't attractive, because if the roots are okay, the plant will still make you more leaves pretty soon.
Okay, we have time for one last question. Gary's on the phone. Good morning. What's your question, Gary? Gary, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yes.
What's your question? Good morning.
Good morning. I've got an aloe plant, and it's got a couple flowers on it.
That is remarkable. They will flower. All our cactus and succulents can flower. So you've done everything right, Gary. It likes to be crowded in its spots, so go for it. And by the way, today, folks, get out to Olmsted Parks and Delaware Park. Go to the Flurious, the amazing events, Quidditch and snow events.
It was
so fun. Congratulations to the Olmsted folks.
I know they built a big igloo, and they're doing snow sculptures. It was a lot of fun. Fabulous. I can't wait to go back and see it. Well, thanks, Sally, for joining us.
Then.
All right, when we come back, Amelia will have one last look at the forecast. Stay with us. We'll be right back.